Game! Meet game! What's your name? What's your name? I'm a Kamen Rider.
And we are live! What's up, everybody? It's the Quarter Guy, and welcome to another weekend stream. Today we are playing the demo of a new upcoming game called Duskfade. Duskfade is a 3D action platformer developed by Weird Beluga and published by Fireshine Games. And the demo is currently out right now. In fact, it was released very recently, and it definitely looks pretty interesting. So I figured I'd give it a shot today, see how it is, because it looks very fun.
How are you today, QG? Also nice shirt.
Ah, so you noticed, huh? Yeah, I'm not wearing my usual gear today. Instead, I'm decked out in my Brewers attire because tonight is Game 5. And I want my Brewers to win! Yeah, it's like... the Brewers have been in the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 seasons, but they've been desperate to get out of winning. They've been desperate to win a playoff series for years now, and we need this. Milwaukee needs this. Especially since it's against the Cubs. Anyways. So. Today, yeah, we're going to be playing this demo. It looks like it's going to be fun, so. Let's, get to the good stuff, but before we do, allow me to remind you all about my Extra Life campaign. As always, I'm raising money for Children's Wisconsin, for sick and injured children in the Milwaukee area, and throughout Wisconsin, through the Extra Life program. In fact, I've got an Extra Life reward that's in the works right now, that actually became a collab with my pal Green Scorpion and his pal Comic Foil.
So, on the topic of demos, Jano Kids just got out of demo territory. Act 1 is out right now. Any plans to play it?
You know, I might. Bubsy 4D also has a demo out right now. Might check that out as well. So, if you want to donate to my Extra Life campaign, the link is in the YouTube and Twitch pinned comments in both of those chats. With that, let's get to the action.
Speaking of Bubsy, one of Bubsy's games ended up on NSO.
Yeah, I know. Wonder what's going on here. It looks like this is our protagonist. Probably wondering where the heck he is right now.
Where am I? Alira!
So Zirian is our protagonist's name. And that looks like a pretty interesting sword there. Looks like a clock hand. Alrighty. Left stick to move.
Lurking while playing my own games on the Switch.
Okay, so X button is base. So X button is basic attacks. Forward! Yeah, speaking of baseball, I really...
A cross between a clock hand and a keyblade.
Yeah. I really hope all the Mariners fans out there got a good enough sleep last night. After a 15-inning marathon.
What's this?
Oh, hey. Treasure chest. Potion. Tastes like strawberry. Used to restore your health. Okay, press RB to heal. See your potion capacity, currently 1 next to the health bar.
They had all the time in the world.
Alright. Hey, wall jump. Just like Mega Man X. Let me grab that.
Another one!
Okay. Nothing there.
Watch out!
Whoops. Okay, the jumps feel just floaty enough. Hello, cool Kermit. Don't get any ideas, Electric Outcast. I see you. This music is mystifying. Hey, so B button is the dodge roll. Hup. Hup. Hey!
Nice!
Hup. Star Shards, the currency of Tierfeld. You've obtained 10 shards. Hup. Hup. Checkpoints throughout the world will save your progress, restore your health, and all your potions. Ah, that glowing portal in the distance must be the way forward. But something tells me, oh, there we go. Coop, coop.
Come and get me!
Let's drive off these guys. Okay, so LT is a lock-on. Whoops. Whoa! Perfect dodge!
Okay, done.
Bingo!
Whew, that was close. Thanks for your help. Who are you?
Don't worry about it. My name's Zirian. What about you? Wait, you can talk.
Of course I can talk.
My sister's more skilled than I thought. Did you see where she went? This place blew up and I...
Skilled? She's the one who... no, I didn't see her, but you should get out of here. This stuff looks dangerous.
I won't leave without doing it. I need to find her.
Okay. Whoa. A bridge made out of cards. Interesting. Let's get out of here. Chronoblast. Minutero hums with new potential. Unleash a powerful cone-shaped burst of energy that deals heavy damage. Watch out for the recoil. Okay, press LB to use the gadget. Guidestones. I don't know, it's where you're supposed to go? What nonsense. I'm gonna hit it. You'll see.
That was awesome! Let's do this! Surprise!
Uh-oh.
I'm getting the hang of it!
Whoops. Let's also see what's this way. Yeah, the guidestones are supposed to show the way, but, Ooh! What's that, I wonder? Some kind of gear? I guess I'm not supposed to jump on those. This is the spot where Illyria and I used to come stargaze. You two really got along, huh? Well, yeah, she's my best friend. And I kinda think she'd be your friend, too. I feel like you'd really hit it off. Sounds lovely. I see. So when you hit that, the camera points you in the direction.
Let's do this! That was neat! Come and get me!
Ooh, you can reflect projectiles back.
Okay, done.
All right.
Huh? What's this?
All right. Open it up. Ooh, golden star shard. Nice. Let's go back to the main trail.
Yeah.
Hup. More explorers. I'm Claude. Charmed. What are you doing so far from Tick Town? This place is dangerous. You should go home. Home? But this whole world is my home. Though I admit, ever since those inky monsters showed up, it's become a bit less homely. Can you fight? You know, I actually have no idea. I am pretty good at sneaking around, though. Anyway, I'll be seeing you down the road, fellow travelers. The Clockmaker's secrets await. The Clockmaker, eh?
Let's do this.
Hup.
That was neat.
Hup. Nice. Hup.
That's better.
Hup. Ah, this must be the check. This is the checkpoint. Huh? Why has my controller stopped working? Uh-oh. Let me reset myself here. Come on. There we go. Huh. Okay, there we go. Stopped work. My controller stopped working for a sec. I wonder why that happened. Anyways. Oh. Nice. Ooh. You know what? Let's go back around the other way and see if there's anything we can find. Ooh, another gear. I wonder what these gears are for. I guess the only way forward is this way. Ooh, it's this way. Hey, another treasure chest.
What's this?
What do we got here? More star shards, nice. Gramps used to give me a lot of grief whenever I snuck out to explore the abandoned village. So you know this place well? Actually, I never really got farther than that arch over there. Guess I was afraid of getting lost. Wow, what a chicken! Jeez, you sound just like Galera. Up until she took up clockmaking, she'd go all the way there and make fun of me because I wouldn't. I was just a kid. You still are. God, come on.
Oh, more.
Alright, this way. Oh, over there.
Another one.
How do I get up there? Nope, whoop! Dang it. Just a bit outside. Alright, this way. Whoops. Alright, checkpoint. Oh.
Watch out!
Uh-oh.
Okay, done.
Alright, that takes care of those. Oh. I hope no adventurer breaks my jars while I take a little nap. That's where I keep all my star shards to pay for college. Well... Okay, nothing there. Whoops. All right. Whoops.
No problem.
Yep. Got through that all right. So, what's this way? Okay.
What's this?
What do we got here? Yunk! More star shards. Alright, let's Alright, we're gonna head this way then. Oh? What do you think that your missing piece is? Not knowing is the hardest part. If I had to guess, a giant pair of wings. That way we can fly so high up we'll brush the clouds. Yes, that would be very nice, but I find myself skeptical. Hup. Up there, huh? Looks like I'm gonna need a roundabout way of getting up there. And I think we found it. Hup. Whoops. There we go. Make our way down here.
I'm coming for you.
Whoops! We're schmovin' now. We are schmovin'. Zirian, this is awful. The sky is torn and time has gone mad. May the Clockmasters help us. Don't forget the ink monsters popping up and wrecking everything. Ah! You're really good at calming people down. Nah. Alright. Ooh! I see another gear!
Oh!
Nice! Hup.
What's
Ooh.
this?
And hey, it leads us to another treasure chest. More star shards. Alrighty, back up here. Hup. Grab that. Oh. Yeah, this does feel like Kingdom Hearts. What are you doing just standing here, Claude? Tired already? Never! I was just taking a moment to admire the tower. Admire it? That thing shattered time and my sister's trapped inside! How unfortunate. And how strange. That tower looks like something built by the clockmakers. No one in this age should be able to create something like it. Or so we all thought. Well, whoever's responsible, they're gonna regret it. Alright. Nothing over here. All we can do is move into the tower here. Grapple! Clock weights now hang from Minutero. Latch on specific anchor points in the environment and zip toward them at high speed.
Fantastic!
Ooh, nice. But where do we get this ability? Use right trigger to use the grapple. This technology looks pretty advanced, said the talking cuckoo bird. What, am I wrong? If it belonged to the clockmakers, it's definitely very old. It's a wonder it still works. Now that I think about it, some of it does look a bit like me. You could be right. Alira knew stuff I couldn't dream of, though I had no idea of what it means. Alright. Hup! Ooh, this music. This music! Hup. Whoops.
Watch out!
Hup.
Another one!
Oop. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
Nice!
Looks like there's enemies ahead.
Be careful!
Yep.
That was close!
Yep. One thing I will say is that the combat does feel kind of basic. I wonder where this leads.
Oh, nice!
Yep. Looks like there's a boss fight here. Zirian, what's that thing? Oh boy. Okay, so this boss is called Wrath. Whoa! Alright, so... That'll knock you off for down a peg or two. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Uh-oh, no, 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 no! Uh-oh.
Not good.
Boom! That was close. My controller stopped for a second there. Well, that was a short demo, but that was fun. I enjoyed it. Well, okay, so let's see. What I did like, the movement feels good. The aesthetic looks really nice. The music is great. I will say, however, so far the combat does feel a bit basic. Just like a basic 3-hit combo and just dodging and that's it. But I feel like they're going to be adding more moves into the final version. At least that's what I'm hoping for. That being said, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this game. It's coming out next year on both PC and consoles, so I'll be looking forward to that. Not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but if I do, you'll find out on your notifications. So, look forward to that. Thank you all again for watching. I'm the Quarter Guy, and until next time, the arcade is closed.